Hello, Dolphin families. Welcome to another edition of Bedtime Stories with Mrs. Moodry. This week we have a very special book that's all about the magic of seeing the world in your own unique way. Have you ever noticed a cloud and seen shapes that others didn't see before, or had an idea that maybe you were really excited about? Well, that's your wonder. And this book reminds us that the world needs each of us to share our wonder. As we read, be sure to think about what makes you wonder. What do you see in the world that others might not? So let's dive in and take a look at The World Needs the Wonder That You See. The World Needs the Wonder You See, written by Joanna Gaines. And the author has a message for us before we start the book. It says, I wish I could tell you that looking for wonder is something I never outgrew. But along the way to becoming a grown-up, I left too much of my curiosity behind. Then came my son Crew. He has grabbed my hand and walked me back to seeing things the way I once could. Crew reminds me to look up. He slows me down. He teaches me to catch every little miracle. And I've learned what a gift it is to have eyes to see the wonders all around. Just like Crew, I believe that you too are a wonder chaser, a born explorer. May you never lose your curious spirit. May you never outgrow your sense of imagination. And may you always follow curiosity's call to look up, bend low, and reach for new heights. May you always lean into beauty and search for surprise. And may you always believe the world needs the wonder you see. Today is the day a new adventure unfolds, as we set out to explore the many wonders our world holds. Wherever you are, there's so much to take in, and we know curiosity is the way to begin. Wonder can sometimes hide in disguise, even to those with eyes open wide. But come with us and we'll show you how to discover the miracles all around. Some step outside and see only ground and sky. But when we look extra close, we see a grand parade marching by. Have you ever stopped to see the little creatures on the ground before? Some watch the rain and see a long, dreary day, but when we step outside, we see magic puddles for play. Some pass a forest and see only trees far and wide, but when we inch close enough, we see an enchanted world deep inside. Some reach the ocean and only see miles of sea, but when we look deeper, we see a spectacular city. Some walk beneath the stars and see only distant lights, but when we stop and look up, we see extraordinary sights. So, by now you can probably see there's always more to look for in this great big world of possibility. For some it's unearthing beauty or searching for surprise. One thing we know for sure is that wonder is never in short supply. We may not all notice the same things from the start, but together we see that wonder lives in everyone's heart. Keep your mind open. Let curiosity guide the way. You never know what wonderful thing you may find today. We've learned from one another, and now it's time to shine. See how beautiful the world can be when we share what we find? You are made for discovery, and this we know to be. Oh, how the world needs the wonder you see. And that, Dolphin families, is The World Needs the Wonder You See. Now, this book is great for our character trait of curiosity this month because it encourages us to notice those small details. So it invites us to slow down and pay attention to the little things around us and spark that curiosity. It also gets us to promote imagination and creativity. So the world inspires us to dream big, wonder, think outside the box, and foster curiosity about all those things that are possible. And it also supports a growth mindset because you know what? We don't learn if we're not asking questions and trying to gather new information. So I hope you enjoyed this story, Dolphins, and I look forward to seeing you next week for a new edition of Bedtime Stories with Mrs. Moodry.